Hello everyone. I'm so glad you've joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you, and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. This is the card we're going to make today, and we're going to use the Dragonfly Garden Bundle. And I use the tall image and this dragonfly, and I use the coordinating punch. So grab your supplies and let's get started. I really had no idea what I was going to do this week, so I decided let's focus on black and white. If you run into an issue with what to do, focus on two colors. I chose black with white. You could choose a color with black, a color with white, or black and white like I did. So there's a little hint for you if you're struggling to get yourself going. So let's get started. First thing we need is a piece of vellum because we're going to emboss our dragonfly. Now, using the Dragonfly stamp set and some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, we're going to stamp this on the vellum. Because ink on vellum doesn't dry quickly, you'll have plenty of time to stamp your image and then add your embossing powder. And I'm going to use the same piece I did before. Okay, so I've got my image. Now you have to be very careful when you stamp that you don't wiggle it or rock it, because if you do, you get blurs. All right, so I'm going to add my, and I did not put an embossing buddy on this, but I think I'm doing okay. I don't see any stray flecks. All right, now that I've got my embossing powder on, I'm going to go emboss this. As a hint to keep your vellum from bowing really bad, heat from the front and the back. All right, I'm going to take and I'm going to add this in and punch it out. And you have to kind of finagle it because it has warped the paper some, but once you get it in there, you're in good shape. All right, I've got it in there. It's lined up. So I'm going to punch it. Now, don't throw this piece away because we're going to use it again. All right, so let's get our base created. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to take a piece of 3 3/4 by 5, and you're going to use your Memento black ink and that tall stamp, and we're going to ink that up and stamp that on here. All right, and I'm kind of going way down to the bottom as I know that I've got some space and I don't want them too high up. All right, so I stamped my image. When I put this together on my card base, it needed something. So I'll show you what I mean. Here's my card base. All the measurements for this card are on the blog, and the link is in the information section below. When I started laying things out, it was like it needed something. So I pulled out my black glittered organdy ribbon and I added a strip. Now this is the last of this ribbon that I had. I didn't realize I was so close to the end. So I'm going to show you another idea to use if you don't have enough to make a bow. So I'm going to add some tear and tape to the back, and you have to use tear and tape with this ribbon. It does not like to stick, so you want to make sure you have some double-sided ribbon on there to hold it in place, and then you're going to sandwich it between another piece of the ribbon. All right, so I've got my ribbon right about there. Fold that back, and I'm watching over here, make sure it's even. And then I'm going to take another piece of double-sided tape and I'm going to put that over top so that ribbon is sandwiched in between. I'm going to take my backs off of this because you want to make sure that this ribbon sticks down. That helps hold that ribbon in place. All right, so add an extra piece. And then I'm going to add some glue. Here it comes. Sometimes it doesn't want to flow out, even though I have it upside down. All right, I'm going to open my card up to make sure I put it on the front and not the wrong way. The back of the card. I'm going to put this down, and I'm not pressing down where the tape is till I've got it lined up. All right, so I've got my ribbon on. I'm going to take and I'm going to add a glue dot to the back of the vellum. I thought I had one on my finger. And I'm going to add that right about there so it looks like it's flying away. And I'm just going to bend those wings up for some movement. I wanted to use this piece, but it was lost. So I decided to do some layering. So I took a scrap of basic black and I punched out one of the little ones. I'm going to add this onto that black with a glue dot. All right. And it's okay if it's not exactly perfect, because what you're going to take and do is you're going to take those wings on it and pull them up also. So it almost looks like a shadow on the ground. And then I'm going to put this on with a mini dimensional because it fits in there perfectly. So I'm going to take my mini dimensional and I'm going to take and I'm going to have 2 points go up and down his body, like so. And then it's in the perfect spot for my card. All right, so I'm going to add him up there. All right, now I didn't want that glue dot to show or be as noticeable, so I pulled in my rhinestones and I took the small ones and I added one right there in the center, and it's off, so I'm going to take it off and put it back on. Then I'm going to add another one to the lower part of the big body, and then I'm going to add one more up here on the flower. Since I didn't have enough ribbon for a bow, I decided to pull in some iridescent pearls, and I'm going to add those, I think. I guess I'm going to chase this one all over. There we go. I'm just going to add a row of those across the bottom of the ribbon, and it just adds a little bit of extra look there. All right, since I don't have the ribbon. All right, so there I took care of the fact that I don't have a bow, and I added the pearls instead. And then remember, make sure you add some interest to your envelope and the inside of your card. Now, if you like the project I did today, this stamp set is available. It just in the new catalog. The catalog just went live yesterday. So there's a link in the information section below with all the supplies I've used, and you can click that link and choose the ones that you want to make this card yourself. I would love to have you help me out on YouTube. Click the subscribe button below so you don't miss my videos. If you want to be notified when I upload one, click the bell next to it. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.